Hey everyone, and welcome back. Now, over the past couple of months, I've been following Conan Exiles pretty heavily, specifically looking at all the content releases, interviews, and providing some condensed summaries, as well as my own opinions on how I think Conan Exiles will perform. Now, if you're unaware, Conan Exiles is set to be released at the end of January, and from everything we have seen so far, it's looking to be one of the best survival games on the market. But like many other survival games that we've seen in the past, sometimes the game just doesn't live up to our expectations. Saying that, I want to ask the question, will Conan Exiles live up to the hype? Now, all games are hyped to an extent, and marketing teams spend a lot of time and a lot of money in trying to hype games up enough that people will purchase them. I myself have even contributed to the hype of Conan Exiles. So, I want to look at what we currently know about Conan Exiles, as well as what could make the game a success, and the overall challenges that the game may face. So, with that, let's start from the beginning. Now, looking at what we can expect in the early access release, there's been a lot of information over the past couple of weeks and months about what is going to be released. We know that Conan Exiles is a survival game with a lot of RPG elements mixed into it. There's going to be individual character progression in the form of levels as well as in the crafting system, but there's also going to be an in-depth crafting system and base building system as well. We also know that the game focuses on combat in regards to both PvP and PvE by introducing both a religion system, underground areas and caves, and ancient cities with rare and difficult monsters. The game is also looking to be quite flexible with both single player and multiplayer being an option for people that want to choose either or both. Fundamentally, Conan Exiles contains a lot of aspects which makes the game well-rounded, as well as a lot of unique elements which differentiate it from strong competitors. A lot of these elements can set Conan Exiles up for success, however there are some other reasons why Conan Exiles can be a success. The fact that not only does Conan Exiles have existing stories and lore behind the game, but the fact that the game is being developed by a larger company allows more time for better refined and higher quality content. Generally, a lot of smaller companies have dominated the survival genre, and Conan Exiles is looking at providing some new experiences and features to this genre. These include elements or systems such as the thrall system, religion system, the corruption system, and eventually the purge system. These new aspects of the survival genre will allow Conan Exiles to fit into a niche in the market that other survival games have not necessarily taken advantage of. But whilst Conan Exiles looks to be a success, there are going to be a number of challenges that the game will face. If these are managed incorrectly, it can affect its overall performance. Due to the size and reputation of the team behind Conan Exiles, there's going to be a lot of expectations. Regardless if the game is being released in early access to begin with, game-breaking bugs, glitches, as well as poor optimization can damage both the company's and the game's reputation, and this can be something that is very difficult to rebuild. Now, talking about expectations, here's a model I found that I think explains a lot of what occurs within the survival genre. When a new product is being developed and provides some new features, it follows this red path, with people feeling satisfied once the product is being fully implemented. However, over time, that product then moves down to the green path, where the features in the game are now general expectations that people have of the product. New improvements and features are needed to be implemented in order to keep the product into that red path. Now, as the survival genre is so competitive, this cycle happens a lot faster. And this is due to the number of survival games that are being released. And the product can move from the red line to the green line even before the product is even finished, and we see this all the time. Conan Exiles can get stuck in this perpetual cycle if competitors introduce features similar to Conan Exiles as well as implement new features before Conan Exiles has even had a chance at developing content to satisfy its existing players. One final challenge that Conan Exiles faces is pricing. Now, as survival games have a reputation of being stuck in early access for long periods of time, pricing can be very difficult to place. Too expensive and no one will buy the product, too cheap and the company will make a loss and the game will be disbanded. But pretty much all companies face this particular problem. However, survival games generally have this issue because the genre is so continually bombarded with false promises being made from developers. Buyers are now more skeptical than ever and will generally wait until the game has been reviewed and updated a few times to make a purchase. and this can be too late for a company of the size of Funcom. For me personally, I think that Conan Exiles will be a success. However, it's primarily down to how Funcom managed their early access release. They need to make sure that their game runs well, as well as provide regular content updates. Conan Exiles has a lot of aspects that differentiate it enough from competitors, as well as a strong team with a lot of experience to ensure that the game meets its expectations. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed the content, share and like this video, and if you haven't already, subscribe. You'll be able to get all my videos as soon as I upload them that way. Now tell me, what challenges do you think Conan Exiles will face? Also, do you think that early access is a good strategy for game companies, or do you feel it's being taken advantage of? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.